Grammar, the thing that separates mindless noise from language and makes countless numbers of students despise their English classes and the people who teach them. However, the English language is not as difficult as we are made to believe. Now, whether they are just uninformed grammar Nazis or diabolical language demons, they continue to perpetuate several unnecessary grammatical rules. So allow me to make your life a little easier. 4 grammar myths debunked. Myth number 1, putting others before yourself. Has this ever happened to you? You are talking to a parent or some other elder and say, me and my friends, but was then interrupted by them saying, my friends and I. I'm sure this has happened to all of us at least once. We are all told that this is a rule of grammar. It might be incorrect, but it's not for that reason. It is perfectly fine to refer to yourself ahead of others in writing or speaking. But where did this rule come from, you ask? It's not a quirk of language, but of culture. The English are plagued by this stereotype of politeness. A stereotype that should rightfully belong to Canadians and Mormons, but they are too polite to claim it for themselves. Despite this, it has infiltrated the language over several centuries. Referring to someone else before yourself is not grammatical, but common courtesy. And if, like me, you grew up with a former educator grandmother from a dominion of the British Empire who spoke the King's English, then you probably had no choice but to learn this polite inaccuracy of the English language. Myth number 2. You are not allowed to end a sentence with a preposition. Now, for those of us who need a quick refresher, a preposition is a word that is used before a noun or pronoun in order to express space or time. Words like as, in, on, and at. This is not a rule of English grammar, however, it is a rule of Latin grammar. In the 17th century, an English writer named John Dryden wanted English to be more like Latin, so he made this rule and bullied other contemporary writers into writing this way. But this rule doesn't take much to disprove. While it might hurt Dryden-esque ears to hear someone say, where are you at, when simply saying where are you would suffice, applying that rule to the sentence, what did you step in, doesn't make sense. You would not say, what did you step? To apply this rule to the sentence while simultaneously keeping the subject would require you to say, in what did you step? However, we don't because we don't talk like that. Not in the 16th century, and not today. The real rule with prepositions is that you should not add them unnecessarily. Myth number 3, never split an infinitive. An infinitive is a verb that functions as a noun that names the action or state without specifying the subject. Examples of this are to go, to look, or to leap. This ridiculous rule came from Henry Alford, another writer who wanted English to be more like Latin. Are we starting to see a pattern? In Latin, infinitives are single words, so this rule makes sense for Latin. It does not, however, make sense for English, a language in which infinitives are 2 words. Myth number 4, never start a sentence with a coordinating conjunction. These are words like and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. English speakers have been starting sentences using these words for over 1,000 years. The only people who enforce this rule are frustrated high school English teachers who have to read the more often than not poor writing of their students. Using these words to start a sentence may not be grammatically improper, but it is considered lazy. So in review, you do not have to put others before yourself, you can end sentences with prepositions, split all the infinitives, and coordinate conjunctions like it's nobody's business. The ultimate reason why all these rules are myths is because, unlike most religions or fandoms, there is no central authority determining what is canon and what is not. There is no pope or author, and as much as they would like you to believe, Oxford is not the Vatican of the English language. Thanks for watching.